Hello fellow humans, I hope that you are doing good. This is Adam and today I have two machines in front of me. I have the MacBook Air M4, the base model with 16GB of RAM, aka unified memory as Apple like to call it, 256 storage, the M4 base chip which has 8 core GPU and then 10 core CPU. And then here I have the Razer Blade 15, I believe this is the 2022 version, and it has 3070 Ti, the mobile version with 8GB of VRAM, and then in terms of the RAM we are looking at 64GB of RAM, and in terms of the storage we are looking at 6TB of storage, and in terms of the CPU we are looking at Intel Core i9 12908. And this is not like, oh, this machine is versus this machine. It's more of this machine will be our point of reference for what we are aiming at. However, you will be surprised that there are some stuff here on the M4 MacBook Air. They are actually better than the Razer Blade, and this machine cost about $3,000. This machine right here costs $1,000. Now granted, if you are a student you can get it for $900, which is $100 cheaper. I'm gonna go and then we will be looking at Unreal Engine 5.5.4. So now since this is open and ready to go, so I am opening that and then here going. So I did open that, it's running. Here of course it's taking its time with Windows, and that is Windows for you. It's Windows is just too clunky, where if you open like I'm not opening a project, by the way, I'm just opening Unreal Engine and I am already here, and then yeah, hello, thank you. Okay, so let me do a quick test. So I'm gonna do the photo studio right here, and I'm just gonna be like create, and then I'm gonna do create. I just want to test which one would actually open faster. So here we are compiling shaders, we are done, we are 73 and we are 44 here. This is open, done. The Windows is still compiling shaders, it's loading the defaults. Wow, oh boy. Yeah, Windows is just, yeah, that's one aspect where the hardware and the software are working together, and then Mac is just opening like that. Like, this took a lot of time for it to get here. And imagine this is only the M4. How about the M4 Pro and the M4 Max, or even M4 Ultra? How fast they would be. Now of course you have to pay a big dollar for them, but with this, what I noticed is that any project that I want to open using Unreal Engine would take a long time. Now with that being said, I want to be testing a more realistic project, let's say. So we have 554 and it's storage, of course. That's why you never get 256 base storage, because it's always annoying. So I'm gonna open a project of mine that I actually did work on. So let's go to the Cine Actor camera, and it's saying that the lights needs to be built. So let's just go ahead and build the lights. So building lights at 0%, 24 at 100%. Light has been completed. Okay, let's go to the perspective. Am I in the perspective? Here we go. So choose that, and then probably move it just a little bit downwards, and then go to the cinematic view. Okay, that's nice. That is good. Let's see how many frame rates we're getting. So we're getting 20 frame rates. And if I move inside the bathroom, it's fine. Let's do, so this is the default. And oh, so my cinematic right now is my default? No, here we go. Okay. Let's do the same thing here, and then see how many frame rates I'm getting. Right here I'm getting 90 frames. Here I'm getting 20 frames. So there is a huge difference. So right now I'm getting 40 milliseconds delay and then 24 to 25 frames. And here I am getting 90 frames. The ideal scenario would be to have the performance that I have right here, but here I would say this is doable. If you are working on a small projects or whatever that might be, you can work with this, like do it-ish. But is it ideal? No, it's not ideal. Probably you need to go up, like the higher model of M4 if you want to use Unreal Engine. And if you can, for $1,000, get a Windows machine, especially if you are using Unreal Engine, and if you can get a Windows machine for about $1,000 with a dedicated graphic card such as 3050 or 3060 or even a 4050 or a 4060, you know, the mobile version, I think that would be a better investment rather than taking the M4. Now there is a lot of great things about the M4 in terms of how fast it opens a project, and then being in Mac OS in general is really good. Not too shabby for the M4. This is doable. That's my verdict for what I have right now. And in terms of heavier projects, we will definitely see how that would be in the end. And aside from that, you guys have a wonderful day.